Good evening, YPC League. Week 9 wrap up. Crazy. These next couple weeks are going to be fun. This is when everyone's jockeying for position and trying to get into the playoffs. So, or trying not to owe any money or trying to make some money. So this is exciting. Exciting little run here. Besides the draft, this is fun. So, I want to do some shopkeeping. Talk about the trade deadline, which is going to be next Wednesday, the 13th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That allows for teams to have their Week 10 rosters unlocked and have them free up for any trades. That's the trade deadline that we've used in ESPN, and we're going to hold to that. So it's the next Wednesday. Took over at the second highest point scored this year with 204. That's a $50 prize, and then Nick is still at the number one spot with 209.5, and that's a $100 prize. So that's nice for both of you guys. Just want to touch bases on that, and then also puts Tookie into the spot for the most weeks with the high score, but Jimmy's leading that right now, I think, with 4. So, anyways, want to touch bases on that as well. A lot of scores being put up, a lot of high scores. We already mentioned Took, but Uncle Rube's at 197. That's crazy. Denny with 181. And then Lions Den and Sukmar Duka. I mean, Busta Lost with 169.6. Are you kidding me? And then my dad with 168.5. Lions Den. So we'll touch bases with the. We'll always go to the highest scoring game of the. Or the highest score of the week, which was Tookie. And Tookie, like I said, scored 204 points, and then B scored 169. And I mean, Jimmy Graham, Andrew Luck, where do you stop? I mean, everything's going fucking crazy. And you even had some nice production on your bench. But the thing that I looked at for B, you scored 169.6 points. You can't get the win, and you were in bye week hell. You have bye. The only buddy that's not on a bye is Doug Martin because he's on your IR. That just blows me away. This is the luck of the draw, dude. Sorry. You probably already saw that, but that just tripped me out. I was looking at your bench to see what was going on, and I see all these buys. So, anyways, tough loss. Moves Tookie to 7-2, taking over the lead of the best record overall. So that's nice. Still not with a lot of points for us, but he doesn't need a lot of points for us if he's winning. Well, I think that was your highest scoring game in a while. So, because you've been lower, but anyways, congrats on the win, Tookie 7-2, Bussa 4-5. We're gonna move to Rude and Nick, 154 to 118.3. Deshaun Jackson has a crazy day. He's your top scorer, 33, and then Cooper. Are you kidding me? With 50 points, Rude. As he's almost scored half your points because everybody else didn't do anything. So that just sucks. Everybody, your highest score is 50, and then it jumps all the way down to 13, who's your kicker. And then under that, you got your tight end with 11. So it's just horrible. Sorry, dude. You're at 2-7. Moves Nick to 4-5, which is an important win there. With the standings wise, you gotta stay at that. Stay in that 4-5 race, because if you drop, man, you're going to be down possibly to not making the playoffs. So that was a big win for you. Just as Denny's win today this week was huge, I thought, because he needed to win. Not only does he win, but it causes Jimmy, who's in the same division, to take a loss. That is. So that's a huge win for Denny. I think that was the biggest win this week, just because we're in the same division and you guys are made one game apart. So. Thank God for Jimmy that he's scoring a lot of points. But for Rodgers to go down, and they're calling it weeks to months, he'll be out probably 4 to 6. So that just sucks, because this is when you need him. He's a number 1 draft pick, so that's a huge loss, and it's fucking everybody else. Like last night, there were receivers that didn't get the kind of points that they normally do if Rodgers was in. The running backs are actually going to probably favor from all this, but anyways, congratulations to Denny. That was a big win. And then the next game is going to be me and my dad. Nick Foles, man, 7 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? 81 points. That's all I need to say. It was the fathers teaching their mijos what was going on in the fantasy world this week, because Good, congratulations on the win, Dad. That's an important win for you too, putting you at 5-4 and in the mix. But same thing happened over here with Theo Rubin and Little Rubin. He just put the beat down, almost 105 more points. Jesus. So the nice thing that I was looking at here, Theo Rubes, is that Gronk just came back and he's adding 30 more points to your. I think what is he averaging until he came back? So probably around 25 more points, and that's huge. 25 more points, and then going into the playoffs here, that could spell a little disaster for some of the teams because he's going to be Brady's go-to guy, and that's actually going to help out with Brady's production. I think having this huge tight end to throw to besides some of the other guys. So yeah, it's kind of good for you going down the stretch here. You wait 8 weeks I think it was to get him going, but once he's in, man, he's a game changer. Yeah, 7 weeks was his first. 7th week was his first game. So half the season. All right, so congrats on that win. 6-3. Theo Rubes puts Ruben at 6-3, right behind me in the same division. So that was I appreciate you getting that win because I didn't want to be sharing first place in that division. So the last one's gonna go to Sheepy. Sheepy, that was a big win. There's a lot of big wins. I sound like I'm kind of being a broken record, but it was true. I mean, there's a lot of big wins this week. There are a lot of guys that needed to win because if these guys that are lower obviously start beating the guys that are above them, they're going to start getting closer and closer in the separation, especially coming down these next 3 weeks now. So I thought Uncle Ben was going to get the win here, but Andy Dalton didn't do much. But you get Matt Forte, who's been a huge workhorse, and Jamal Charles did fair, not like he normally does, but that was a big win for Sheepy. It keeps Uncle Ben. The only thing I think I saw was you played Reese instead of Jennings. That was the big thing I was looking at earlier here. You saw that, so I'm not trying to rub it in, but who would have thought McFadden's going to go down? And then, I think Jennings, what did he have? He had something ridiculous. Some 30-something points, I believe. 33.6. Jeez. So, anyways, you got potential there to get a win. You need a win because you and Root are coming down the stretch here. You got the lead with 1-8, and Root's 2-7. And East Street Raiders has 1,087, and Dirty Sanchez 981. So 0.6. Don't forget the 0.6. So, anyways, that's this week. Here comes week 10, and we have me and Tookie. I'm looking forward to that, Took. I'm gonna rub my balls on your drum set. That's what I plan on doing this week. Little stepbrothers. I'm trying to figure out here. I wanted to switch to the games this week. There's going to be some good football games, but I want to touch Thursday night. I wanted to make sure that everybody knows it's the Redskins and Vikings, and then Monday night will be probably everyone saw that last night. It's going to be Miami and Tampa, and then the Sunday night game is going to be Dallas and New Orleans. So Sunday night game, Dallas, New Orleans, that'll be a good one, and then the Thursday night game, Washington and Minnesota. And then the Chargers will be at that game, 125. Denver and San Diego. We shall see. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, thank you very much. Get your week 10 lineups in. Anybody want to get some trades? Let's do this. All right, let's make it happen. Peace.